Welcome back. Hang with Scarcasm. We're doing some reactions. We are going to be doing another Snarky Puppy video. There's way too many Snarky Puppy songs that I love, including one that I never see anybody react to. But this one is one of the ones a lot of people react to because it's special. Because it is something with Lalah Hathaway. Now, this is just special. We talked about this on when we did the first Snarky Puppy, and I kind of spoiled it. And someone in the comments got at me for spoiling stuff in advance. So I'm not going to spoil it. I am just going to wait for it, and I am going to be looking at your faces when it happens. So. So this is they do, Snarky Puppy for the most part is an instrumental band. They do this thing called Family Dinner where they invite people that are not in the band to do stuff like a lot of singers and stuff like that. And this song won them a Grammy.
Word.
Yes. So I'm not going to say any more. Let's get it.
Something you and I have something. How I long to be around when you can see that you and I have something in common. Oh,
nice modulation.
Oh, she's a master of her voice. After the song is her scatting.
See the funk faces?
Oh.
Hear that bass. Followed it up too.
If you want to get a pause in, you can do it. Okay, so one thing about the drummer in this video is the band leader and was playing the keys for the Larnell Lewis video that we watched.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The dual keys. Was he playing or was he the one on the other one? No, he was the one on the other set of keys, right?
Yeah, he was one on the other set of keys, but he's the other drummer. In fact, the first Snarky Puppy thing that we watched, Larnell Lewis was in for him because something happened with his passport. It was recorded overseas. Something happened with his passport, so that's the reason when the story about Larnell Lewis having to learn everything on a flight,
right,
overseas. But yeah, man. Is when the drums and the bass come in, it's just like, oh yeah, we here now. But like, I mean, her voice is just, she has such command of her voice. Like, it's just like, and like we talked about this in the Ginger video, but like I know that she can get pretty low when she sings.
Yeah, she started low.
Yeah. But I mean, I ain't never heard nobody go as far as Miss Lady did in Ginger, but like she has just such a command over her voice. It is like what she does is just so impressive, and like if I was a singer, this is who I would want to be like. Straight up.
Well, she's doing a good job. So I wonder. My big thing that jumps out to me is how many times does she listen to it to figure out where the music moves, and when they slow it down and toward the end of those measures where it actually steps up, her voice steps up with each instrument, right? So that takes an intimate knowledge of the song, right? So she's not just there freestyling. So yeah, she's had a few reps on that thing, but
also
she got it down.
This is also a song that she's recorded before.
Oh, okay, okay. So it's just them
So
backing it.
so her no is just kind of like a complete remix because I believe the original song it sounds completely different, but it's the same song. But the original song came out in like
Okay.
'90 or something like that.
Okay, 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 cool. Okay, cool.
And
Well, if
then
she's
and
done
then
it
of course
before, then that makes sense because they probably are looking at her arrangement and then putting their own funk on an arrangement for her. So no, that's
yeah
cool. That's cool. That fits.
yeah.
All right, let's fire it up.
Ooh, it's something. You and I have
Oh, Face is coming.
something. I
Yep.
don't want to lose this fun thing when you can see that
We
you
go.
and I have something in common. I can't believe we've been so blind. Looks like we've wasted so much time. There's not a doubt that rings untrue. Said when I'm with
Is that a Harmon mute? I think that's what that is, right? You're sticking in of a trumpet.
Uh-huh. Yeah
Oh yeah,
yeah.
no, yeah, yeah. I thought so. I thought so. My boy Ben played trumpet in college, and he had one of those, and they would
I
perform
played
live all the
trumpet
time.
very briefly in middle school, so I never
Oh,
actually
did you?
got to a mute. I never got
Mm.
that part.
Yeah, he used to hold that
One
down, man.
one one of the hardest things I've ever done.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. All right, my bad, Chase. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that most mutes, I was muted. Wow, but
Yeah.
but most mutes that you actually use it like with your hand, right? But that one was
hmm
on stationary on the
No,
trumpet.
it actually goes
it comes
in
off.
the whole.
Yeah, it goes.
It
Yeah.
actually goes in the whole bell. Like it's not like the one where people using a plunger end and they just kind of open and close it. But that's only if you plan on using it for that reason. Most of
hmm
the mutes that I've seen, it actually goes fully into the bell.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
oh,
It
okay.
sits in the tube like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it sits in.
Yeah, you can
So
tell I don't know much about horned instruments, but
Yeah.
it's all good.
uh,
Don't your guitar have horns? I couldn't help it. Sorry. Do you? Do you?
Let's
they're
go.
technically called cutouts, sir. Let me push
It's
up
all
my
right. We're, do,
glasses.
we're doing the main squeeze next. He has your guitar. You can see it again.
So don't when I don't die.
Well, they went 70s on them now.
You can tell everybody's just having a good time, dude.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, they like,
I don't know if you knew this. I don't know if you knew this. Thanks. I don't know if you knew this, but prior to watching this video, most people would be like, "Can't sing a chord,"
yes, you can.
and done. Like, you know.
Well, well, for her, it's crazy, man. Like she really uses her voice as an instrument, not just as a voice, right? So when
Yes.
she was doing all the scouting and stuff, man, like she was inserting her own instrumentation into the song, moving with the music,
So
oftentimes
so
leading the music.
she was like doing like multiple notes, like almost like a Turian, like just like
Yes. Yes, but that's what she was doing. When she was doing the whoa, like I can't do it. But like, go back, like, and that's the reason why they are reacting the way that they are reacting, because it's like, did she just do
most
that?
replayed right there.
Yep, most replayed. Let's go back and like their reaction is like, did she just do this?
That's crazy.
She changes the note.
Yes,
Like
she
it's
does.
not like
Yeah. I like the fact they have two distinct grooves in every Snarky Puppy song.
Lalah Hathaway, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta get up for that. You can't stay sitting after that. Like, oh, not at all.
Nah, they
You gotta
jamming, man.
get your ass up. Go ahead. What you about to say, Chase?
I was about to say that how though? How do you do that?
It's really called. I watched a few people who like vocal coaches, and it's basically it's overtone singing. It's kind of like the same thing that like monk chanting and stuff like that. Certain
Like
kind of
the throat singing.
like throat singing and stuff like that, where they can do that. It's it's common in like throat singing and things of that nature. Is basically just overtone singing, but but I watched this lady who is a vocal coach, and she was talking about not just the control that she has over her voice, but also the control that she has over her body, because your body your body
Hmm.
expresses what your body you use your body to express what you were singing. So like while she was singing, there was a lot of her moving her hands around, and
Hmm.
like like a lot of times when people go hit those high notes, they either lift their head up or they lift their hand up. It's like
Right.
your voice is also an expression of all of you, not just your voice. And like, and she was talking about like all of that kind of stuff, but it really just it is kind of overtone singing, but like most people don't understand what overtone singing is. So like to the layperson, that was phenomenal. To someone who's heard throat singing before, I have only because I watched an episode of True Blood and he was listening to some throat singing when they were on their way back from somewhere. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And the episode starts off like that. Um, and it's just so weird. But yeah, man, that is one of the most reviewed ones, and I just love it. There's a few things from the first family dinner that I really really love. One of the most recent family dinners, they got one with Jacob Collier, and that dude is like to music people, that dude is phenomenal. Um,
I don't know
and
that cat.
like, you don't know that cat? I
Nah.
mean, that dude, like perfect pitch, like all kinds of shit. Like
Oh, okay. Yeah.
that
That's
dude,
hard, boy. I tell you, that's hard.
yeah, that dude is to like music academics love him,
Oh, okay.
love Jacob Collier. But so there's a few more Snarky Puppy stuff, things that I want to do eventually, but I
Right.
did want to get to that one because that's one of the most the people like the ones with the shock value most. And the previous one with that key solo that I spoiled, unfortunately.
Yeah, and
And then
speaking of
this
that,
one,
if you like this video, go back and check out our Lingus reaction as well. You know.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, man, I just wanted y'all to experience that. Like, it's one of my favorite pastimes on YouTube is watching people watch this song for the first time and see, and just to watch their face when that happens. That's what I do. I do that. That's one of my favorite pastimes. If I see somebody that I've never seen react to this song, or if I see somebody react to Lingus for the first time, I always watch the video every single time,
Mm.
because it's always that oh, did that just happen
Yeah.
thing that
Yeah.
happens in both of these songs. So yeah, man, shout out to Snarky Puppy. This song won them a Grammy, even though a couple of them are Grammy winners on their own, separate from the group. But yeah, it's really dope. And there'll be some more Snarky Puppy coming soon. But for now, do the things like, share, subscribe, tell your people, and we'll be back with more reactions and very shortly. I don't know when this is actually gonna come out, but like, yeah, we'll be back with some more reactions. Are we doing the thing? Peace out to the Warrior Show.
Peace out.